Welcome to This is Islam. On this occasion, we will discuss why adultery or zina is forbidden in Islam. Zina is meant by the act of adultery is sexual intercourse between a man and a woman without marriage, whether the man or woman has had legal sexual intercourse or not, and not because of a mistake. Allah said in Quran, "Do not approach adultery. Indeed, adultery is a cruel act, and the worst way." What this means is committing acts that lead to adultery, such as promiscuity without control between men and women, reading stimulating literature, watching soap operas and films that indulge in women's sensuality, and the spread of pornography and pornographic action. All of this is truly a situation conducive to adultery. The prohibition on committing adultery is expressed by prohibiting approaching adultery to give a clear impression that even approaching the act of adultery is prohibited, let alone committing it. The prohibition on committing adultery is a strict prohibition, so it really must be avoided. Next, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives reasons why adultery is prohibited. The reason mentioned at the end of this verse is because adultery is truly a heinous act that causes a lot of damage. Firstly, it damages the lineage, which results in a person becoming doubtful about their child's lineage, whether the child born is their offspring or the result of adultery. The husband's suspicion that his wife committed adultery with another man resulted in various difficulties, such as divorce and difficulties in the child's education and legal status. Such situations disrupt the child's mental growth and destroy the social order. Second, it causes shock and anxiety in society because honor is not maintained. How many murders occur in society are caused by members of that society committing adultery? Third, it destroys the peace of married life. The good name of a woman or man who has committed adultery will be tarnished in society. The tranquility of married life will never be realized, and the loving relationship between husband and wife will be damaged. Fourth, destroy the household. A wife is not merely a satiator of lust, but a companion for life in the household and fostering household prosperity. Therefore, if the husband is responsible for meeting household needs, then the wife is responsible for maintaining it, both property and children and household order. So if the wife or husband is tarnished by adultery, the destruction of the household is difficult to avoid. Fifth, the development of various venereal diseases such as syphilis. Apart from that, it also increases the spread of AIDS, or a disease that destroys the sufferer's immune system, so that he or she will die slowly. In short, it can be stated that the act of adultery is a very heinous act which causes the destruction of the bloodline, creates shock and anxiety in society, destroys the tranquility of married life, destroys the household itself, and degrades human dignity. If this behavior is allowed to run rampant in society, it means that humans are on the same level as animals. That's a brief explanation of why Islam prohibits adultery. However, as obedient servants of the Creator, we are obliged to obey Him without having to ask, why is adultery prohibited? Hopefully this video is useful for all of us.